the Guardians have designated Triston McKenzie for assignment. What does that mean? Other teams could claim him if they want to pick him up. You have to take on the salary. I'll look up what he's making in a sec. This is all fresh news. Or he ends up in the minors. How much? 1.95?
1.95 this year. It's his second year of arbitration, I think.
Okay. So a team could pick that up, which I actually think a team might if they think they can fix it. Otherwise, he goes to the minor leagues.
Man, oh man, he was so good a couple years ago, and he just started getting hurt all the time. So good. Just amazing how quick this game just chews you up and spits you out, man. That's why people say getting to the big leagues is hard, but staying, because I tell people this all the time, and Kratz knows this. When you're a major league player, every person in the world is trying to get your job that plays baseball. It's not like just some guy sitting over here that works. You work at IBM and I work at Apple. That Apple guys, like every dude in the world is trying to get. There's only 780 of them in the world that do the job. And if you're like a starter, there's 30 of you in the world. And there's every other person. There's millions and millions of people that want to get your job, and they come for you every day. And this is how fast it can happen. Because Triston McKenzie a couple years ago was thought to be like the next Guardian Indian star.
Mm-hmm. People were like, sign him up to an extension.
Yeah.
He started getting hit with injuries. You know, when we all saw this news, I saw everyone's face, and it was kind of the same, because you also root for guys that are good interviews. They give their time. Like, he's a good ambassador to the game. So, you know, we saw it just now, Kratz, and I was like, damn it.
It sucks. I caught one of his pens when he was like 18 or 19. We talked about when he was on the show. Just a guy that's really engaged, talking to Voter, talking to other guys that have played with him or watched him the last few years going through his rehab. Like, the dude is so positive. He's out there for the team. He's out there for his boys, and he wants to compete. His hasn't been healthy. And then when you come back from not being healthy and you have an 11 ERA through your first 4 games, the team's trying, like we just talked about Andrew Vaughn and Liam Hendricks, the team's trying to win. They're not every team can sit there and go, okay, hey, you know what? You're going to iron it out. I would have a hard time believing that there's not 5 teams that could care less about their record that could give this guy an opportunity to work this stuff out in the big leagues, because the potential's there.
The thing that's concerning is Cleveland often is able to resurrect a career. They have a really good thing going there.
Mm-hmm.
But you realize that they don't necessarily resurrect careers. They translate how a guy's pitching in the minor leagues with their formula, and they take them to the big leagues, and they get the value out of them when they have them. Like, very few guys hang around. They keep them for a little bit, and then they get rid of them. And where do those guys go? How do they do when they go away from them? The Guardians have done a really good job of creating starting pitchers with stuff that doesn't necessarily match up with what other teams are looking for, 95 to 99. You know, they have a formula that's control and spin and exit velocity, and it goes into formula, and they say you'll be a good starter one day.
Do you know why? Because they feel like they can add a few ticks, just like almost any team can. So they do this in the draft all the time. They'll find a guy and you'll be like, oh, wow, he barely walked anyone in college. He's only 93. And they're like, well, that's cool. But what if he throws 97 and still keeps that command and control? That's what they like. But it's a good point from Kratz, too. The Guardians don't really have time to mess around. Like, they're good. I don't think they're going to run away.
Their window is always short.
It's short, but also in the division. It's a good division. Like, they can't be like, all right, let's run them out and we'll keep working on things. Kratz, do you like spending an hour on grocery shopping?
Nope. Speed up the process, please.
Introducing Hungryroot to the FT fam.
Now we can all be bougie with our own personal shopper to handle the food shopping, including Rex, based on what you're looking to put in your body.
I stack my Hungryroot box with items like gluten-free, dairy-free, blueberry waffles for breakfast, shrimp veggie bowls for lunch, and a little filet mignon with potatoes and broccolini for dinner.
You can also say just, hey, Hungryroot, I eat paleo. keto, or I'm vegetarian, and they load up your cart with personalized recommendations.
And those recs keep evolving as they learn about what you're into. Also, no BS, as in no artificial sweeteners or preservatives in any of Hungryroot's food. You're going to love Hungryroot as much as FT does. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/FT and use code FT. That's hungryroot.com/FT, code FT to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.